every Tuesday and finance minister at force and a back and can budget at the Magana for but minority for na say on match citizen as say air taxes now Mahama and Cass doesn't about where you be if you know after crying or did Rebecca Magana for say that is now Magana for social contract one be you be clear tax you levy if you betting tax if you me just be if you know most women Rebecca one young churches and same way Magana for.
What's the reading of the 2025 budget? The questions on the minds of many is whether or not government will indeed introduce new taxes as claimed by the minority. Earlier today, we hear from Deputy Minister Designate for Finance, Thomas Nyakwampe. But earlier today, the minority in Parliament addressed the nation and what they said was the true state of the nation. They had indicated that they expect some new taxes to be introduced in the 2025 budget. The former Finance Minister, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, in that press conference said, National Democratic Congress government is deceptive. Take a look.
We are being told that crime has party colors, and our country has been turned into an animal farm, where 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. The people of Ghana should wait for the deception of the NDC government when they present the 2025 budget.
Sakawa.
Taxes galore. Sakawa. Yeah. We are back there with another round of blame game. And don't forget, and another national economic dialogue. And don't forget, with the same Dadanua, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who promises to create jobs and begin by firing those who have jobs.
But I spoke to the Deputy Finance Minister Designate, that's Thomas Nyakwampe, on whether there's this expectation of the minority as they put out earlier today in that press conference that we're going to have some new taxes introduced in the 2025 budget. Is that true or not? Take a look.
I'm sure you're asking this question because of our promise to remove some taxes. We have repeatedly said that that promise will be fulfilled. But we also believe, and the finance minister has said this many times, that we do not need to introduce new taxes to rake in more revenue. We are going to broaden the tax nest. We are actually going to enhance compliance. And you hear a lot of this in the budget when it is presented. And you see, in fact, he hinted that as a country, we are not taking advantage of the economic rent that we are supposed to generate revenue from through the exploiting industry. And so that is one area that we are going to look at, and I believe that we'll be able to rake in more revenue. To be honest with you, because we have been denied access to the international bond market, we have to do twin things: enhance revenue and also manage expenditure. And so the budget that will be presented on the 11th of this month, you are going to see a lot of that. A lot of people are concerned that where will the growth come from if we are going to cut expenditure. We will cut expenditure, but we will channel growth, we will channel the expenditure that we have to do to areas that will generate the growth that we need. I wouldn't want to preempt a lot of things that will be said on the 11th, but you will see some wonderful measures that will help us achieve all the things that we have said.
That's the Deputy Finance Minister Designate there. So live here on Ghana Tonight. Coming up next, we're live in Keta in the Volta region. Tidal waves have destroyed houses, displaced many. Stay with us. After this quick break, we'll go there. In 2022, then they started posting losses as well. Over 25 million cedis lost in 2022. The same figure thereabout in 2023, over 25 million cedis. GNPA Limited, a loss. In fact, they posted losses right from 2021 based on the data that we got. And they ended that year, 2023, with over 870,000 cedis lost. PMMC
that's somebody become one so maybe if you know some sebe but the Ghana phone now many share so almost share say bebe mu ama say that is number clear so e dey ama in some need to associate.
And this is interesting. The Precious Minerals Marketing Company, according to this data from the Finance Ministry, posted a loss of some 12.4 million cedis in 2021. In 2022, that loss reduced to well over 2.7 million. Then in 2023, they posted a profit of 42.4 million. This is an area that we'll look at as well going forward, because we're hearing today that the Bank of Ghana has decided to cancel this or put on hold this gold for oil program. Now we'll see how things play out in the coming days, but this is where Sami Jemfi is, and it's one that we're going to be taking a keen look at as things play out in the coming days. The Accra Digital Center also posted losses all through from 2021. Airtel Tigo Ghana Limited, and you should know this, that government is a majority shareholder in there. They posted some profits of 439 million in 2021. In 2022, it's been losses throughout. 434 million in loss, almost 600 million cedis in losses. Ghana Post Company Limited, they've been posting losses since 2021 to 2023, according to this data, over 4.5 million in 2021, over 1.2 million in 2022, and over some 770,000 in 2023. Ghana Cocoa Board, and you hear the finance minister single out Cocoa Board, because if you look at this data, in 2023, Cocoa Board is reported to have posted some profit of over 2.2 billion cedis. In fact, 2.28 billion cedis and over. Apparently, according to the finance minister, this profit was realized because at the time Cocoa Board was not paying its debts. So that's why he describes it as artificial profits. So if you take into consideration the debts that Cocoa Board was carrying on its books in the year 2023, based on the finance minister saying, that would wipe out this profit that they posted, essentially. Now, if you look at that, in 2021, they posted a loss over 2.4 billion TDs in losses in 2021. That followed in 2022, according to this finance ministry document, and over 3.8 billion cedis, Cocoa Board posted losses. And this, you're looking at how cocoa farmers are also going to be reacting to this particular news that we're hearing. The Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG, also, their book's not looking good. At least in 2021, according to this document, was some profit of over 72 million cedis. But then, right from then on, you see about 1.5 billion cedis in 2022 in losses, and then some more losses, some 542.9 million cedis in further losses in 2023. Now, we're yet to get the full complement of the 2024 figures. When we do, from the finance ministry, we'll get it for you. But this is the document that Dr. Kasila Toforsin presented earlier today at the National Economic Dialogue. But let's engage Dr. Theo Champong, is an economist and also a political risk analyst who also attended the dialogue earlier today, saw this document I'm talking about. He's joining us right now. Dr. Theo Champong, appreciate your time. And looking at the details of this document and hearing what the finance minister said today, almost all the SOEs are running losses. How worrying is this for you?
A bit troubling, but also not too, if you have actually been paying attention to the sector. So for those of us who have been following how our state-owned enterprises have been performing, it wouldn't come as a surprise. So what the Ministry of Finance actually does is every year they put out a report on their website on the performance of these SOEs, and you
and I'm going to be Michelle, and I frame my Ghanatube.